Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, fractal Bitcoin. Welcome to today's Bitcoin news video.
Oh, forget it.
Oh, I'm telling you, my producer Barry's here. This show's all about Bitcoin, and it's all about the collapse of fiat currencies. Well, it's not all about the collapse of fiat currencies. I mentioned that stuff for context for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the new global reserve asset. Very few people know that yet, but anyway, it's all about your future prosperity. And so let's get right into the price. Today is a green day. Look at this. We got a big green candle. We went above 61K. Right now we're at 60,400. And this is good. This is good. I wonder if we can get above this little local top right here. What is that? Like 65K? If we can make a higher high than that, then that means we're sort of angling upwards and we're ready for takeoff. And Mitch Ray here posts Bitcoin bullish backtest of key level catching massive follow through today. And yeah, here's the image he posted. And you could see, yeah, we backtested this range here from 57.5 to 58.3. It's this gray range, horizontal range here. You could see how many times we've touched it and revered it as, support and resistance and everything else. So that's a good sign. That is a really good sign that we're probably going to go higher. Yeah, and Bitcoin is pressing beyond the 21-week EMA, which is in the green. And breaking beyond this bull market EMA has typically been a bullish signal. So yeah, you could see this little green line here, snaking through here. Well, look, goes right here, and we just went above it. That's a very good sign also. So everything's looking good. I mean, we know September is not the greatest month ever, but and look, there's still a couple weeks left in September. We could definitely go back down and whatever. It would just be a good opportunity to stack more sats. This is not financial advice. But yeah, just in, MicroStrategy is going to raise $700 million more to buy Bitcoin. Yeah, all right. Just look at what the smart money's doing and just take it as a data point, right? But when all the big guys and everyone's buying and stacking sats, like, what do you think you should do? What do you think I should do? This is a great clip here. I am going to play this. Can a government destroy Bitcoin? Andreas Antonopoulos responds back in 2015. And this is the reason this is actually important, because new people into Bitcoin, they have many fears. And one of the fears is that the government is just going to take over Bitcoin, or somebody is going to take over Bitcoin, or a hacker or something, right? That's the fear. That's one of the big fears. So this guy asks the question and Andreas responds. Let's listen.
Just a quick follow-up on that. Do you have any concerns about a large nation state that has interest in just actively destroying Bitcoin to make their own, super rigs and design chips and just throw hundreds of millions or billions of dollars to intend?
The super rigs he's talking about is mining rigs, right? So if somebody can have enough mining power, they can kind of try to take over the network.
Intentionally disrupt the blockchain.
Yeah, I don't worry about that at all. This cannot be done with Bitcoin anymore. This is something that can only be done with nascent altcoins. Bitcoin has achieved a level of computing that no single nation state can overthrow it through computation alone.
Now, keep in mind, this is 2015. This is 9 years ago. So the computational power now is even way, way up from 2015.
The effort to do so would require a massive covert operation of chip fabrication, then the coordinated assault that would give them dominance over the next block for 10 minutes until we kick those bastards off the network, rework the protocol around them. They would be revealed. They would have lost $1 billion doing this, and all they got to do was one double spend. Now, here's the thing. Long before we get to that point, they figure out that if they just let this stuff run, they can actually get some Bitcoin as a reward, because the incentive structure actually works. And so I'm not worried about that. And a lot of people are watching the blockchain. And as I said before, what are they going to do? So they take over and they fork the blockchain and they go, somewhere, right? They've created an alternative blockchain. Great. What are we going to do? Who's going to join the NSA blockchain? Anybody want to jump on FedCoin? So we're all going to stay on the old fork. Difficulty will go down. It will get more profitable for the miners who stayed behind, and we'll carry on with our coin, and they can go mine whatever the hell they want on their alternative blockchain. They achieve nothing. They can't make protocol changes because we, as I said, 5 constituencies in consensus, and it would take $1 billion to pull the most ridiculous Keystone Cops failure in history. Plus, this would actually require government that can do IT.
There you go. So that's, look, it's just great. I love it when he says that, you know what, let's say a government, they'd be better off just buying Bitcoin and then mining Bitcoin rather than try to take it over and make it something else and everything, right? Because the incentive structure is that good. It's that solid. Yeah. All right, and here's Uncle Rockstar. What's up, buddy? He says, we cannot continue scaling information distribution through existing technology and identity schemes. It runs into way too many roadblocks, single points of failure, and chokeholds. We need decentralized protocols like Nostr to solve big problems ahead of us. Yeah, and this is a great point. And there's a video I'm going to play in a second, too, that decentralized protocols are the way to go because the power comes back to the people. We don't need... 20 years ago, we needed a Facebook, we needed a Google, we needed a Twitter, we needed all that. Now we don't need any of that. We don't need these centralized platforms that are going to censor your speech and kick you off and not even respond to your inquiries. We don't need that anymore. That's the old way. That's the old way. That's the way that the people in power stay in power. They control you and they continually steal your freedoms and liberties. We're beyond that now. Now we have Nostr. Now we have Bitcoin. We don't need banks anymore. Don't need them. Don't need them. We don't need Twitter and Facebook and everything. We have Nostr. So that's what we need. And the world is slowly waking up to this, right? All right, subscribe to the channel while you're thinking about it, if you'd like to. And let's get into a few stories of fiat and government nonsense for context, because Bitcoin solves these issues. And first, let's just say James Lavish says, the U.S. debt now stands at $35.3 trillion. If we were to return to a 0% interest rate and make payments of $1 million per hour, it would take approximately 4,023 years, or until the year 6047, to bring the debt back down to zero. Bitcoin fixes this. Yeah, so this is just showing you how much debt the U.S. is in and the world is in. And first of all, I've mentioned this before, but I think all this debt stuff is completely ridiculous. Like, who do we owe the money to? A small cartel of globalists who have captured the monetary systems of planet Earth? Why do we owe them? Why don't we just say, F you, we're not paying you anything. Thank you. Hello? Nothing. There's no reason why we can't do that. It's a big game. It's all a charade. It's not real. This debt is not real. It's all just fake. It's a game. Bitcoin is real. You can't do any of this garbage with debt and whatever with Bitcoin. Can't do it. So yeah, and just an FYI, the Dow Jones hit record high today, and I believe the S&P 500 did as well. Look, and I think tomorrow is the FOMC meeting where Chairman Powell is going to cut rates, and then the money's going to start to flow, and then all the markets are going to go up, and inflation's going to get worse, right? We're sort of, this fall is going to be insane. Then you have the election too. It's crazy. But yeah, U.S. senators demand a 0.75% rate cut in a letter to Powell. Yeah, Elizabeth Warren was one person who wanted this, and they just want cheap money. They want the money printers to be turned on. They want to spur the economy because these politicians, they want the economy to be doing good, right? So that they can claim that they're the ones that are creating this great economy for you, which is ridiculous. Both sides. So anyway, I just thought this was dumb. Like, you're going to write a letter to Powell. Like, first of all, the Fed is a private organization. They don't have to listen to anybody. They could do whatever they want. They're not held accountable by anyone. They're not audited by anyone. In fact, I was talking to someone recently. They didn't know that the Fed was a private organization. They thought the Fed was our government. No. The Federal Reserve is separate from our government since 1913. The Fed is just a group of criminals. Those are the real globalists who are just controlling the money around the world and keeping you enslaved. And yet, for some reason, we're like trying to ask them for rate cuts. And why are we asking permission? Anyway, we have Bitcoin now. Bitcoin solves all of this. All of it. Yeah, they're scared to death of decentralization because it restores what this country was built on. Speaking about the USA, which is by the people from the ground up. Yeah, let's listen to this. This is a very interesting video here.
But here's the biggest piece of that applies to not just Bitcoin, but everyone in the digital.
Yeah. By the way, this is Tom Emmer. He's a House Majority Whip. What does that mean? What is a whip?
But here's the biggest piece of that applies to not just Bitcoin, but everyone in the digital space. The government is like a legalized form of the mob, right? In order for you to be safe and secure, you got to pay the VIG. In order for you to do the things you want in this country, you got to pay the VIG, taxes, whatever that might be. They are scared to death. And this is where the Elizabeth Warren attitude comes from, of decentralization, because you know what it changes? It restores what this country was built on, which it's by the people from the ground up, not from political nightmares like the senator from Massachusetts, who shall now not be named, that literally wants the top down. That's not what this country is based on. That's not our value. We need to make sure that we open this up. Permitting reform, bureaucratic reforms. You're going to have to reduce some of these agencies, and you're going to have to bring the financial legislation that's on the books. You're going to have to bring it into the 21st century. Why do we keep trying to shoehorn this new thing into something that we wrote starting in the 30s? This is a new world. We got to get caught up, and we got to get into the 21st century.
Yeah, a lot of great points there, right? But the grassroots, ground up approach to money with Bitcoin and also social media with Nostr, this is the way to go. Grassroots. We have the technology now. And I love how he says, all the monetary policy, a lot of the government, most of the government, it's all based on, it's all based on an older way of life. Not all of it, but a lot of it, right? So we have to become, especially with Bitcoin on the monetary front, we have to really become modern with Bitcoin. Yeah, and this is great. People in Ireland using drones to block traffic cameras by putting trash buckets over them. Oh, you got to see this. This is one of the greatest things you're going to see today. Oh, yeah. See that? That's a drone putting a trash bin on top of a surveillance camera. Oh, I love it. That's right. Look, dropping it down. Whoop, right over it. Thank you. This is the way to go. Right? That's the way to go. Oh, by the way, just in, Kamala is safe and in stable condition after attempted interview. Oh my God, dude, the world has just gone insane. It's just gone insane. Yeah, and here's Hillary Clinton suggesting jailing Americans for posting misinformation. There needs to be a deterrence. And I'm not going to play this clip. It's a short clip. It's like 19 seconds, but I can't stand her voice. I can't stand her or her tone of voice or everything about her. Ugh, it's just awful. What an awful person. But anyway, this is where they're going, right? Look, I don't know if it matters who wins the next election. I think it matters a little, But certainly if the Democrats win, this is what you're going to get. Like, they're going to fast track the United States into an authoritarian state. And that's scary. They're already talking about it. Yeah, and here's, you gotta watch this little prank they did on this guy. Oh, poor guy. He's golfing with his buddies, and all of a sudden they put well, you know what? I'm just gonna play it. Right? Check this out. They clip a little thing to him, which is it's a little like a fishing line with a little snake attached to it. And then they're just standing there getting ready to golf, and then one of them's like, "Hey, what is that? What's that over there? Uh-oh, what is that? Uh-oh, I don't like that." And then he starts running, and then the snake starts following him, and he's like, "What the hell? It's following me." And he runs, he jumps, he falls down. Oh, he's going all the way over, and he's like swinging at it. And then he's like, and then it stops, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna swing at it." And then this is so good. The camera pans back to his friend. It pans back to his friends. Oh, his friends are literally dying. Oh, that's one of the best pranks I've seen in a long time. Poor guy. Oh, poor guy. They got him. Got him. All right, this is our website, fractalbitcoin.com. Everything is here. Anything you would ever want in life is here. You want you want a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or it's all here, fractalbitcoin.com. Anyway, on top, join our locals community. Click that link, join our locals. We're building a community. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow for tomorrow's Bitcoin news video. And thanks to all you awesome savages in the comments who support the show every day. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.